Here we go. So I told you guys I will do a video on Unlimited this week, but I'm going to do a slightly different video that will lead into that video. So I'll probably do the Unlimited video early next week, but I really wanted to focus on one thing in this video, and that thing is Algo. Now, if you don't know what it means, if you're unsure, if you're skeptical, whatever the situation is, this video is going to explain it all for you. We're going to do a live Unlimited gameplay. I'll show you clips of that game and one of the worst Algo games I've ever played. I'm going to show it to you, walk you through it. I'm going to slow things down so you can see exactly what's going on. And more importantly, how you should react when those things happen. As always, guys, please like and subscribe. You guys are killing it. I returned to sort of uploading 3 days ago, and we've gone from 900 to over 920 subs. We are so close to 1,000. Drop a sub now, you'll help us out massively. So getting into this game really quickly, I should state that the only viable player on my team is Penny Hardaway. I'm not running the best squad out there, so they're all free players. I've got like Miles Turner as my backup center, so not the best squad I've ever run. I did lose a game just before playing this as well. I tried to play a little bit to kind of test the Algo. The game I lost before this wasn't an Algo game. The guy was just better than me, and he beat me. But this was absolutely the Algo game I was looking for. So I'm going to break it all down, what Algo means, when you know it's happening, like I said, and how to react when it does. So let me explain to you exactly what Algo is, because some people don't really understand it, and I think some people who don't understand it therefore believe it doesn't exist. But let me explain exactly what it means.
Why don't you explain what that is to this so they can understand? Yeah, just explain what that is.
Explain what you think that is.
Okay.
Just explain that.
So Algo is a game leveling algorithm. What that means is the sliders change throughout a game, where 2K are basically trying to level out the game, trying to level out the skill gap, that if a team is winning excessively, often the team that's behind will get an Algo shift, which means their sliders might go up and your sliders might go down. And you'll know examples of this. As I'm saying this, you'll know exact examples of this. Those games that make you rage, make you pull your hair out, that you can't understand why your opponent's getting bailed at every possession and you're missing wide open shots. All of these things are Algo, and I'm literally going to give you examples from this game of Algo in effect. Now, there are people out there that still don't believe Algo exists, but the simple reality is it does. The reason people don't think it exists is because it's like a complicated thing for 2K to put in the game. They wouldn't do that. That's just not the case, because the mechanics already exist. We have badges like Showtime and Heart Crusher, which literally change the sliders. Takeover changes the sliders. So 2K have this mechanic built in. I mean, how difficult is it to connect that to the score and a skill gap? It's just not. And if anyone's wondering if this is just sour grapes because I lost a game, you'll see at the end of the game, that's just not the case. I lost the last game I played, I told you that. I literally lost the last game I played, and I lost because I wasn't as good as my opponent. I'm not good at this game. I'm okay, I'm average, maybe slightly above average. And with skill-based matchmaking and all these other things in, I expect to lose a lot of games I play right now. That doesn't change the fact that Algo exists, and it doesn't change the fact that Algo existed in this game, which I will literally show you right now. Now, early in the game, there wasn't much to report, really, because the skill gap wasn't there yet. There wasn't a huge divide in the score. We were trading buckets, and everyone I play is highly skilled because Notorious God plays on my account, who, in my opinion, is one of the top 10 players in the world. And I'm basically getting his skill-based matchmaking, right? So I am literally playing gods at this game every time I load in. But early in the game, there wasn't a huge amount to talk about. There wasn't a huge swing going on. It was just fairly level for a while. It was at this point where I really felt like the Algo started to kick in, because we were starting to dominate the game a little bit, to be honest. I felt like I had my opponent's number. He was really struggling on offense. Defensively, we felt really strong. And it was at this point where I felt like the Algo started to kick in because we were causing so many problems for our opponent. My suspicions were confirmed on this possession. As you can see, we've really got our opponent clamped up here. We're playing great defense, and out of nowhere, the player I'm controlling gives away a foul despite the fact I didn't try to steal the ball. That was a first indicator that Algo was now prevalent in the game. The start of the second quarter, my players started to feel like they were in the mud. You can see there, we do get the rebound, we kick it out. I don't miss corner threes with West Unsold. I rarely don't green them. Not only did I not green it, but I missed a really straightforward full white my opponent has hit 3 of so far. So we get a steal, and now you'll see again, look at the spacing on our attack here. Look at the spacing. Everyone is under the hoop. That is Algo, guys. I'm running a 5-out freelance. There is no scenario where all my players should be standing under the basket on an offensive play. This is designed to mess you up, and it can be infuriating when it happens.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
So we were up comfortably, and now we're getting weird animations, and then suddenly there's a chase down block on the very next possession. So bear in mind, I was up by 5 points or so. Now he hits a full white after getting a chase down block, and he's now in the lead in this game. You're probably wondering why him getting a chase down block is Algo. Don't worry, I'll explain that. But here we go again. Literally, we're going to get anywhere near these guys now. If we're going to run to the hoop, they're going to get a block. If we come near them on the court, they're going to get a steal. Everything that could possibly go wrong is about to go wrong in this game. And I thought I'd just slow this down so you can see our floor spacing on defense. I mean, seriously at this point. If you're still skeptical, don't worry, you won't be by the end of this video. At this point, I'm very confident I'm better than my opponent. And my entire mindset switches to playing the Algo. And you'll see an example of this in a second. I kick out to West and I could have taken a shot here. I chose not to because I was 99% sure that if I took that shot, I was going to miss it. When the Algo is like this, West Unsold might as well have a 25 3-point shot. Now you'll see here, it doesn't matter how good the defense we play as our opponent will get bailed. He cuts inside here and throws a terrible pass. You think he threw the ball away, right? Nope. Look who's inbounding the ball. Like I said, on defense, we've just got to keep trying. There's nothing we can do. This guy will continue to get bailed on every possession until that Algo switches. If you don't believe me yet, you'll believe me in a second because it's about to happen one more time. You can see here again, we're playing great defense. Our Wes Unseld gets up. He's under the ball, but he gives up the ball to another Wes Unseld. How does he not get that rebound? That's when the rage really starts to kick in because that was back-to-back bails off great defense.
Just stop. Just stop doing it. You're going to drive me crazy.
Now, at this point in the game, you know, I'm very confident still that I'm better than my player. I'm still focused on the Algo. The guy is up in this game, and I know he shouldn't even be in the game. Genuinely, I feel like I should be up by about 10 at this point. But again, you've got to keep calm, and you just got to keep going, and you have to understand what is happening in the game so you can deal with it and not lose your mind. So I'm at a point now where I'm expecting the worst to happen. I'm making sure I'm not taking too many threes, so we limit the amount of Algo that can hit us. And then something like this happens, and even though you're expecting it, it's genuinely annoying. That is a buzzer beater. Yes, he did make it. Here is another good example. You can see my players controlling Ron Harper here, but as Penny goes up, the CPU decides to play the most goated defense you've ever seen. So that's his second block. And again, you could argue he's just really good at this game and he's getting blocks. One, he wasn't controlling the player. And two, I've already ignored 4 or 5 examples of blocks we should have got at the other end. That there's no scenario we're going to land. As he hits a full white at the other end, we've just got to continue to do that. We have to green our shots. We have to take safe shots. Because any opportunity he's got to stop us, the Algo, the CPU, all of that stuff's going to kick in. And it will stop us. This is a great Algo sequence. Look at Wes Unseld. Back to the ball and he got the steal. That is superpowers. Now watch Millsap. The easiest steal in the world and he didn't even put his hand out. I mean, this is what we're talking about. It's just getting beyond ridiculous at this point. It's late in the shot clock, so we know a bail is coming. Now watch this. Millsap in a perfect position and he jumps away from Wes Unseld. Perfect position to get a block, but he chose to jump away. These are the animations you're going to get during Algo. As I said, my opponent can literally do what he wants right now. And here again, you'll see back-to-back Algo. Look at this. We go up. And he gets a block. Watch what happens at the other end now. Exactly the same situation. Probably a better contest. No block. That is Algo for you guys. Now, with the Algo dialed up to 1,000, we have the dumbest point of this entire game. I'm going to blow this up and slow it down. Just look at D-Rob. What is he doing? Just put your hands up, D-Rob. Oh my goodness me. And look at the bailout straight after it. I mean, when I say he can literally do what he wants right now, he can do what he wants. He's going to get points on every possession. With nearly 3/4 of Algo now, all I can do is stay calm. Just make sure I keep taking good shots. That I just don't put up anything risky because I know how it's going to go. My entire team's cold. His entire team's got takeover. And he's still taking shots like that. The fact that this game is even close right now is an absolute farce.
I am dead inside.
So again, in games like this, when, you know, his CPU is getting goated blocks and steals, we've just got to do everything we can with the players we're controlling to change the game. So just a reminder, we are 0 for 3 on blocks right now. Just watch this possession. 9 times out of 10, this is a block. That's Kawhi. He's a goated defender. Look at that animation. How does Kawhi not get a block? His CPU's already got 3. I'm controlling Kawhi and I don't get 1. That was perfect as well. It was literally a perfect jump to get that block. At this point, me and my opponent are playing 2 completely different games. He's so confident I'm not going to get that block that he can just rim run at will. And my opponent's now aware of this. While I'm fighting the Algo, in his mind he's thinking, if I just run to the rim, I'm going to get a basket every single time. And then the moment of truth happens. Deep into the 4th quarter, we got our first bail. Now this gave me some hope that the Algo might have switched or at least leveled out. Let's see how that played out that specific moment. And then it really did seem a reality because we finally got the stop that we've been trying to get the whole game. Played exactly the same defense. There was real hope here that on the counter we could get a shot up. So you'll see me put up a 3 for the first time in a while in this game because I believe the Algo switched. We knocked down the 3. But then there was a moment of absolute heartbreak as we played great defense coming up the court. We get a steal, but it's not given to us. And the dark reality is the Algo just hadn't switched what I thought it did.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
So with a minute to go, my opponent's still doing what he's been doing all game. Has no hesitation in running to the rim, even though 3 players are there to contest him, because they just won't stop him. He knows that. He's been playing this game. He's good at the game as well. He knows he's got to win here. As we get a sell there, I'm literally going to show you the last minute of this game in real time, because if you had any doubt, it's about to disappear. Because you're about to see the craziest things you could ever imagine in 2K's attempt to get this guy to win the game. So we get a steal which was forced by 3 players. That was a triple team there. And we take the safest possible option, which is an alley-oop. We're not going to take any chances trying to run to the rim. We're not going to take any chances taking 3s. You can see again the same defense we've been playing all game, starting to work a little bit. He puts up a shot and he misses. We get the rebound. These are things that haven't been happening for the entire game, guys. Not for the entire game. He's starting to leave players open. He's getting a bit desperate. It's a 2-possession game. We put up a shot with Kawhi. We had 10 seconds of Algo, guys, on our side, and we built an 8-point lead. That's what happened. But if you think it's over, it's definitely not. The Algo switched straight back, and you'll see it immediately. Watch how easily he gets this steal. He'll just walk over to me, take the ball. There's 16 seconds left. They're in a rush to give him this win. And again, great defense, perfect defense, and watch his defense collapse here. They'll literally collapse into the lane to make sure they get this steal. All 4 of his players jumped in at the same time. He takes a bad shot, and Wes Unseld puts the ball in our own basket. That's what just happened. Wes Unseld scored the points for him. At this point, I'm just hanging on to the ball for dear life. Now, guys, if you're in any doubt that Algo exists after watching that game, I told you at the start, this wasn't sour grapes. I won this game. But I was not playing my opponent for this game. My players refused to get steals. His CPU was getting highlight reel blocks. Our computer was not getting any blocks at all. His CPU was taking steals with their back to the ball. Every full white he put up basically went in. It was just crazy, guys. Like, it was crazy. I was not playing my opponent. I'm not saying I'm amazing at this game. My opponent was good as well, but I know I should have won that game by about 20. And if you don't believe me, we're going to look at the box score in a second. But if there is any doubt that Algo exists, I mean, look at the box score and you tell me if there was a skill gap in this game. We shot 77% from 3. That's what we did in this game. He got 3 blocks to our none, all by the CPU, by the way. Like, this is just a pure Algo stat sheet. This game should not have been close. And look how close the game actually was. Now again, my opponent was good. You know, I'm not the best. This game could have been level, but that's not what happened in the game. It's just not. Players with Hall of Fame Interceptor were just refusing to steal the ball. Players with Hall of Fame Rim Protector, like, it's like they weren't even there for the contest, jumping away from the hoop. The player animations, the spacing on the floor, all of this stuff is Algo, guys. And I hope you believe that it exists because it will make your time on this game a lot less stressful. that's the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys.